So sorry. I don't know why that still says Warframe Wednesday the Great Hunt when it's actually Fan Friday Z zombie storyline. I'm gonna go straight over to the zombies and we'll get the guest back on here and have it fixed. I know the NAT type is strict. You still hear me, FPS?
Yep.
Okay, let me hit social. And there we go. So here, I'm going to have now a cohesive train of thought because in that time I pulled up a couple things so I could get this fixed. So we can actually go down the timeline by a chronological series. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop being a little bit of a jumbled up mess and we'll go straight down what we can see. So let's start from the very beginning of the story, which is Dr. Monty lost element 115, and apparently element 115 was dropped on Earth by meteorite, essentially. And the meteorite exploded apparently and landed on multiple spots, which are the moon, Shangri-La, Shino Numa, and possibly Tunguska, and that's where that starts. 935 was started in 1944. Well, of course, we're not going to name who possibly started it because monetization reasons. Who took the element, tested on humans, attempted to make super soldier, and that was where zombies started. Of course, they had created multiple weapons called the Wonderwolf from the Wonderwolf experiment, and they had made it pretty clear that the weapons they created were vastly more powerful than the weapons that they had used in previous wars. The Wonderwolf DG, I'm trying to remember here. It was the, what was it, the DG-35 or
DG3.
DG3? Okay, so I'm just trying to remember fully. So, anyway, after creating the Wonderwolf, the teleporter, the 3179 JGB 215, the Thunder Gun, Monkey Bombs, and others that we have yet to see, which are the Ray Gun Mark II, and many other weapons. Of course, I don't think we have a Mark III, do we?
We do. It's a trophy.
Okay, so the Ray Gun Mark III, and of course many other wonder weapons. Although we might see the teleporter come back in the new game, shouldn't we?
Yeah, basically, the Ether story, the one we're playing now, basically takes place in Black Ops 4 before they restored the teleporter in Revelations.
Alright, alright.
Like, Revelations haven't happened yet, where we're playing in Black Ops 4.
Yeah. So, during the experimentation, of course, I'm ripping all of this off of the actual storyline bios from the Activision website because why not? It's funny to do so. I should have done my writing and reading, of course, all up front, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm a lazy person, all right? By the way, hashtag not sponsored.
Completely sponsored.
Well, hey.
Being paid in dues.
Well, hey, Activision, if you really wanted to sponsor us, let's go. So other than that, we had Group 935 experiment on Tank Dempsey, Nikolai, I don't remember
and Takeo
Nikolai's. Well, I was trying to
Nikolai
remember Nikolai's actual last name here.
Belinsky.
Belinsky. Uh, Takeo. Dang, all their names are hard to remember just on. Well, let's just say that all of them are just unique names, and I'm not going to really care about their last names. We're just going to focus on their first names. And the only one to really remember anything out of all of that was Nikolai. Granted, Nikolai wishes he could forget, as stated.
He doesn't remember anything from the limitations.
But even after losing all of his memories, he still remembers his dead wife. And Dr. Maxis, at the time, after their experimentation with human life, of course, had basically become his superior in Group 935. So during that time, Richtofen had devised a plan to kill Maxis using the teleporter, thinking that, oh, that would be perfect. Well, in that time, the teleporter was actively linked to only a few places. One of those places being the moon, where the MPD sits. The MPD being a very ancient artifact that even humanity does not know where it's come from. Although it's stated that the MPD was probably built by people who actually was possibly built by the Apothecans to control horde of zombies, so that way they can take over the world and then slowly devour it. And of course, during the time of the whole I need to kill Maxis thing by Richtofen, he had accidentally had a test with Samantha and her dog Fluffy. Samantha's dog Fluffy was sent through the teleporter, and lo and behold, it became a hellhound. Yet the whereabouts of Fluffy are still unknown. Hashtag dead dog. But after Fluffy's death, I should say, hellhounds began to rampage all over the facility in Verrucht, causing a whole multitude of problems to happen. Or Derice, sorry. I thought it was Verrucht, but no, it was Derice. Verrucht was where the whole outbreak happened later, I think. And, well, of course, in that time, they thought, well, now that Dr. Maxis is gone, Richtofen took over most of the experiments, and it's just a horrible nightmare after that point. That he tried to control the zombies, but failed to do so in his tests. So, of course, what do you think would happen after that? A lot. Alright, let me try to... So, on the way to a new place, Richtofen was on a plane. I don't remember where he was headed, but he crashed in Derice, and they... Hold on. Oh, no, it wasn't Derice. He was on his way to Derice, but he crashed in Nocturne Toten, therefore kicking off that portion of the zombies storyline. Where zombies, where they were unknown, they don't know how they got there, but apparently it was probably due to Element 115 being tampered with in that area. And by touching it, Richtofen and I don't remember who else was there. Hold on. Oh no, it wasn't Richtofen. This was during the time of the Unknown Soldiers. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to... But the unknown soldiers were also investigating 935 for its multitude of human experimentation and illegal things. And those unknown soldiers touched the stone that was irradiating and woke an army of zombies. So yeah, that was the whole point of that. Looking for more 115, they ventured to Verrucht, and then Shino Numa, and then finally back to Dar Reis. Finding the place overrun with zombies, they were forced to teleport, but at the same time the Wonderwaffe was fired and it took them to the future, placed them somewhere close to 1961. Many things happened between 1945 and 1961. First, America won World War II, thanks to the ingenuity of multiple people. And second, the Soviet Union had infiltrated 935's compound and stole much of the element and information that 935 had. I know, this is getting long and boring, isn't it? It's only 11 minutes in and I'm only covering the first part of the storyline. America used the element and created the new weapon called the Winter's Howl, which will be found in the Pentagon, and probably the Winter's Howl Mark II could be coming in the new Black Ops. I hope. I really want it to be. Please. Treyarch, can you please get on that? I really want to freeze zombies in place again. It was fun. Although finding it, you had to... I don't remember what you had to do. I think you had to upgrade it I think you had to upgrade the ray gun in the...
Yeah, you just have to hit the mystery box over and over again.
Okay. Because that one was harder to get than the ray gun, apparently. And tried to replicate the thunder gun, but failed, but managed to replicate the ray gun and improve the teleporters. The Soviet Union managed to replicate the thunder gun and create a device that opens black holes. The Gersh device, which, yes, that is a Wonderwaffe. And an explosive sniper armed with element 115, which is known as a scavenger. Oh no, I feel it, I feel it, I feel it, I feel it. Ah, I'm down. Senpai Makra! Run! And the Human Gun version 2, which I'm guessing that was during Romero's time in Call of the Dead, right?
Yeah, but there was a gun that turns zombies into human, and then besides that, there was the scavenger.
And they also developed the Nova gas zombie by accident, so it's Russia's fault, of course. 935 went into hiding and set up their facility in an abandoned theater called Kino der Toten, located in Berlin, where they attempted to brainwash the zombies with movie reels. The method worked temporarily and then failed. This is where Richthofen and his group were transported, and they found more of 115, but it wasn't pure enough, so they transported again. Well, in that time, they had found out that the teleporter somehow managed to link them to Samantha's room, which of course you see two versions of it, the bloody version and the pure version. The pure version looks like it must have been from the end of the Black Ops 2 storyline when it was Origins. And of course the bloody, blood-stained one is the one from that universe. This time the teleporter malfunctioned and they land into the present day 2013, where they are stuck in a room and request for help from a movie crew who are fighting zombies. Well, it's not present day anymore, that's like 7 years ago, but what had happened was during that time they were stuck in a room. They asked for help from the Romero crew, which had accidentally stumbled upon zombies because underneath the Soviet I think it was Soviet ship, was element 115 reacting to the crew coming to present, or past day, I should say, 2013, and zombies were awoken from the dead corpses that were underneath the ship that nobody bothered to check. And with the help of the actors, they fix the teleporter, and Richthofen finds the item that he needed, the golden rod, but thought would be found in a different time. Ironically, he thought they were going to be transported back to World War II. Traveling again through time, they find themselves in Shangri-La, a place where 935 had attempted to mine 115, but were overran by zombies again. Before they left one piece of pure element for Richthofen and wrote his name on the pedestal. To get this, however, the group had to help a group of explorers using the teleporter that temporarily turned time back to the moment of the eclipse, when the two explorers touched the elephant and trapped themselves. After helping them, Richthofen retrieved the pure element. So essentially, Richthofen helped the trapped survivors of the whole incident before Shangri-La, of course. Richthofen, needing more of the element, decided he needed to go to the moon, and so the group fixed up a broken lander in Shangri-La, used it to get to Ascension, and the group prepared for their trip to the moon, which, of course, doesn't match up with how the game was played, essentially, because Shangri-La was the, I think, 4th map, and then Moon was the 5th map. And then
Shangri-La was 3rd and Moon was 4th.
Okay. Also, at the same time, the president and Castro were being attacked by zombies. Apparently that was not important, but now we're finding out that it was important. Because of the new map. I'm forgetting the name. Hold on. What was it? Yeah, Classified. But that was apparently just one of the many versions of the storyline in chronological order. But after Moon, we start the events of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So let's go from there. This I actually can remember. So the starting event that caused the nuclear apocalypse on Earth, hashtag demonetized. The nuclear apocalypse on Earth that happened due to the selfish endeavors of Richthofen and or Maxis, depending on which side you still chose. It didn't matter. They still nuked the Earth. They wanted everything gone. We headed up to the group on transit. So take it away. Yep. You know a lot more about transit.
The transit crew is basically a team of 4 people: Stillinger, Arrestman, Misty, and let's see. Well, anyway, they are a crew of 4 survivors. They Arrestman used to work for an organization known as Still Arrow or Second Arrow, and basically they kind of helped with the zombie apocalypse in their own special way.
Essentially working with 115 themselves too, because Group 935 did supply them. With Group 935, and then they supplied them with their own impure versions of 115, which helped cause the American epidemic. Other than that, they moved through a city and trying to turn on a transceiver for, I think, Richthofen?
Yes, the power is for Richthofen side of these 3. Well, no, it's for Maxis. If you have power on, you do Maxis side of these 3.
And no power was the Richthofen side. So yeah, there were 2 sides to the ending, so of course we didn't know who really would have won, because technically at that point the storylines do branch off.
The answer is Richthofen.
Yeah, because he did get his way, but technically, no, he didn't, because Richtofen ended up having to be locked away in another body afterwards. Even when Richtofen got his way, he still screwed it up. um, the power's on. So hopefully we do get our dolphin dive back, because I really want it back. uh, anyway, so after all of that, they continued from that town to another place called Dairais. Well, the name of the map, I don't know. I think it was Taipei 101 that they were on, but, you know, I don't know.
They did go to Dairai where they actually died.
And, of course, that's where the idea probably for Mob of the Dead came from, which, by the way, we're about to get to that. Hold on. So during that time, there was another basically two-sided Easter egg there where they had to try to get out and do a bunch of other weird stuff in between. So after Die Rise, whatever side they chose, of course they were sent to the next area, which of course both of them were following the same plan, because why not? After that, they headed to the underground city, which I think we know as Buried. And during Buried, you meet a giant zombified version of a human, I guess you could say. Well, and semantics. So let's go over that part real quick. I want to take off his arm. Okay, I killed him by taking off his arm. Cool. So what was his name again? I think you would huh? Leroy?
Leroy.
Okay. So after they meet Leroy, they basically bust through the town trying to do all these next steps for the plan that Richtofen and Maxis had. Of course, after the end of it, if you've completed the Richtofen side, Richtofen is, you know, freed.
Putting the still linker body, think he had control, and he really does.
I'm down again. Oh well. It's fine. I can take some of them out while I'm down.
Please don't.
Oh, there goes a body.
Not to kill them.
Look at all that blue. Anyway, during that time, after completing one side of the Easter egg, of course, Richtofen gets sent into the body of Stuhlinger?
Yes.
Okay, and then if you completed it the other way, Maxis is sent into the MPD, isn't he?
Not the EBD, but to Agartha.
Okay, so he's sent to Agartha with Samantha, because Samantha somehow managed to, oh gosh, oh no. Better find a gun, better get a gun. Crossing the bridge. Give me gun. Thank you. So during that time, of course, we don't really know what happened. I think that was just a weird filler story, considering we do go back in time and then we find out that there was a whole nother
story. After that, it leads into the comics.
Okay, so after that whole debacle of attempting to put them into different places, during different times, of course. Uh, we ended up going to Mob of the Dead, which is technically an expansion part of the universe, or so to speak. Um, the Mob of the Dead universe was actually eaten away by the Apothicons, as I can
Yeah,
remember.
after its events and another map's events.
And after being eaten away by the Apothicons, apparently during that entire time, you play as four, well, I can't call them mobsters because they're not really mobsters.
They are.
But during that time, while playing as them, every time you die, the cycle restarts. Meaning, after you die, you come back. It doesn't matter. You end up in an ethereal form, which is also kind of fun, but you don't want to do that. Especially when in that form, you can power up a lot of parts of the map, and essentially all you're trying to do is escape from Alcatraz. But after escaping from Alcatraz, you go to the bridge, and if you brought Weasel with you, you all died.
Well, one of the other did. Basically, it was if Weasel lived, the cycle was broken. If Weasel died, the cycle continued.
Are you serious? I'm down again. Anyway, um, if you didn't bring Weasel, yeah, everything is fixed. But during that entire time on the map, which, by the way, I said we were going to get to this, during that entire time on that map, uh, during that time anyway, you hear one of the characters say, Nikolai, 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 Nikolai. Where have I heard that name before? And essentially that goes into Black Ops 4 when we go and see Blood of the Dead. Apparently that after they had come there, they...
Well, Blood of the Dead don't take place until
Well,
all the way after.
Well, yeah. But even though it doesn't take place until way after, essentially the storylines meet for some reason right there at that point in time with him saying Nikolai, Nikolai, Nikolai. More liquid divinium. Woo! Give me more vials. I need more. Anyway, so when we heard that, everybody immediately assumes, oh, hey, they must be here somewhere. Which, after that map added on, oh, did it just start the cutscene?
Yeah, I had to back out because I'm about to have to get ready for work.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's only 2:48. All right. Well, after that, of course, we had other things going on with the Origins crew, where they had Group 9 through 5 discovered Element 115 in the ruins of the original Apothicon disaster, where the Apothicons originally attacked, and we were tasked with rebuilding the 4 scepters to essentially take back that area from the zombie incursion and stop the zombies, and also get Dr. Maxis to Agartha. Once Dr. Maxis was safely in Agartha, Dr. Maxis was met with Dr. Monty. Dr. Monty meets Maxis. Maxis kind of is a douche, I guess. I don't fully remember that whole entire part. I'll have to wait till he gets back on over here so I can have it go in full storyline order. But when Maxis does what he does, it ends up starting a whole chain of events. Okay, that's locked off. I gotta find the other parts. So after a while with Dr. Maxis, uh, and Agartha, everything else with Samantha, I'm really just gonna have to wait till he gets back because I usually am not comfortable trying to go through all these theories about Call of Duty Zombies without discussing them with my expert. So enjoy the gameplay for a minute. Trying to remember how to. Okay. I'm out of time. Okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to wait until my resident zombies expert gets back on to do it. So, anyway, just aside from the whole problem there, let me pull up the whole. Give me 1 second. I know, I suck at theories. I should have already had all this written down and ready to go while I was playing the game, but of course I didn't, and I'm ashamed of myself for not doing the research beforehand. I'm sorry. But, I mean, at the end, it was just them, moving on from there and essentially going through the entire multiverse to try and essentially for Richtofen was to become a god after reading the Canorium again, because he knew what when he read the Canorium that this was something he needed to do. Of course, after doing so, we reach Black Ops 3 storyline levels of ridiculousness. Which, when we talk about Agartha, the perfect place, it's just for beings who have managed to ascend. Broken bottle. Trying to remember all the places I can go and grapple on here, so. Man, it already reset on me. Oh, this is gonna suck. Tick, 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 tick. Boom. I'm trapped. No, I'm down. Oh, man. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the parts of the storyline I can't remember after. I'm sorry. I'm bad at this. I should have done my research beforehand. I'm doing it live. We'll do it live! Yeah. All right, we're of course, after that, of course, well, Richtofen ran off and did his own thing, trying to gather pieces of the souls to try to stop the invasion of the Apothicans and stave them off. Of course, this meant gathering the artifacts, the Shadow Man's key, and everything else. Of course, we found out later on the Shadow Man was part of the reason why the Apothicans came. It's always been the struggle. Of course, bits of string are everywhere. And when the original 3 characters arrived at the Giant, we had the whole thing begin from there after killing Richtofen's double from there, after them asking him to awaken the test subjects, even though they were already all 3 separated and into parts of the world that were completely messed up. As you can see, I'm only playing the Shadows of Evil, but its Easter egg is pretty much incompletable when you're just one person. I'm gonna try to get through this as fast as fast as reasonably possible. So during the Giant, Nikolai's double or child soul or whatever had to be taken out of his body, but they had to go through a whole list of steps before that, so that way they could save the world from the Apothecan invasion and fix everything. And using the Shadow Key, they had to absorb the souls into the Shadow Key, of course. I'm sorry, this is gonna be long and winded. This is an explanation that even I had to, I didn't even research, so yeah. In that time, they had to complete a whole list of steps just to reach the rocket that was supposed to hit the moon and blow it up before the events of Moon. Of course. Alright, let me get through with this. I gotta focus or else I'm gonna die again, and I don't want that. That's bad for stream's sake. By taking the summoning key, they fix a lot of it. And using the teleporters that Richtofen told them to, they managed to keep up with everywhere they were supposed to be. Of course, after the events of the Giant, we should be going to either Grod Karovi or I'm trying to remember all the maps that were released here. I don't even want to back out just so I can go over those as well. It's already been a headache. I should have... Okay. Awesome. Now to buy ammo and move on with my life. I'm just gonna try to survive all I can. Just stay in the starting area and just live as long as I can, I'm betting. There, a nuke. Look at that! Ammo! Even though I shouldn't have done that. Oh no, I got down. Oh well. Whoopsies. So, I'll go ahead and go down the list for you since they're not all downloaded. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. It's been a long, long day already. And it's about to get longer. So let me go down this list here. And yes, we have jobs. We're not professional YouTubers yet. Okay, so after the giant we go to, well, actually during the giant, that was a whole other thing, sorry. Der Eisendrache was when we had to go and get Dempsey's child spirit and then trap it in the summoning key. The giant is just, after Richtofen gets back, they have to battle to get the teleporter up and running and ready to go so they can escape to Der Eisendrache and send Dempsey's dead body, or what was supposed to happen was that Dempsey was supposed to be sent to the moon to stop the events of Moon, but congratulations, it still happens. And then we go to Zetsubo no Shima, which is a remote island in the Pacific with a mysterious facility that was owned by Group 935, where Takeo was, and Takeo does decide to essentially take himself out because he does not believe in, well, that version of Takeo did not believe in the Emperor, and the one that was stuck on the island just really wanted to serve as good as he can. Then we move to Gorod Korovi, to where, yes, this is a quick rundown of each map, I'm sorry, to where we gotta fight a giant badass dragon. And that's not even the final boss. Trust me, they did not. And the final boss really was to fight Nikolai and take him down, I believe. And he was in a giant mech suit, so yeah, that was hard. And then we move on to the Big Daddy of Revelations. And just know, I only have one, because I completed this one when I had it downloaded. So, during Revelations, we find out that there is a all-knowing being named Dr. Monty. He was the whole reason for all the events spiraling out of control, not even trying to take control of the situation. He just says, oops, and essentially the entire universe begins tearing itself apart, and of course, as he says, there's bits of string everywhere, you know, referencing string theory, obviously. And essentially all he wanted to do was to have the perfect world. His perfect world means everything did not fall apart and the universe is as it should be. And, well, let's say after the Apothecon incursion of that time, and since the Apothecons almost succeeded, and after the whole Blood of the Dead incident where Richtofen did obtain the blood vials and all of the Ultimus crew got out and left the other crew there, yeah, that was kind of a shocker, because that meant they had the blood, and after drinking it, all of this restarts and it's just an infinite loop of timeline. And that's where that technically leaves off. That's pretty much the story so far. I'm sorry it was jumbled up in bits and pieces, and you kind of have to watch the entire thing to get here to the basically ending of it. I'm sorry, I'm just a useless guy who doesn't research things beforehand. I promise I'll start doing research during Fan Fridays. But we're going to attempt to get to round 10 or more of Shadows of Evil. I'm going to mainly focus on gameplay and talking. If there's anything you guys want covered on this channel for theories, because it is Fan Fridays. Fan Fridays are for the people who do watch me, who do want to listen to the storylines, the theories, and other explanations or discussions that we can have, please let me know. You can always comment. You can always message me on PlayStation Messenger, which is my name on there is StarKiller1933, or you could message the YouTube, which is Sin Games, and let's just say we're going to have some fun. Yeah, that's not my YouTube. I'll have my YouTube put on there in the future. So let's watch the opening cutscene and just try to think about the entire storyline here, because from A to Z, the entire thing relies on: did Richtofen tell them to drink the vials at the right time? That was the biggest annoyance. I know there's probably no sound. Oh hey, would you look at that? Reused character models. So now we'll just skip it, because essentially the last one is a guy who does something a lot worse than fighting. I know I probably got demonetized because YouTube does not like fighting, and oh, yada yada yada. See, watch, we're gonna survive to round 10 easy now. No, let me get the rounds up even higher. Come on. I'll keep going. Hold on. Let me get a sniper this time. Come here. See? We survived. We survived the longest time. Oh, come on. Let's keep going. Aww. By the way, I skipped all those rounds just so I could just run around the map and do this. Open all of the doors. The fancy grind. Let's get some coffee. Yeah! Oh, I forgot. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna run through the map and we're gonna just try to get through this as quick as possible so we don't end up dying. Hey, buddy. You seem a little deader than usual. Oh, Lord. No, 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 no. See, we made it. I just have to meet the hour runtime requirements for this stream, okay? I have an hour-long runtime requirement. You know what? Let's go play multiplayer. If I'm gonna stream, let's go play multiplayer. Or at least see how well I can do against the extreme bots, I guess. Just to mitigate the time and everything else. I don't know. I finished the entire storyline. What do you want me to do? Hurry up. I don't like the fact that I had to run through all that and yeah, leave lobby. Go to multiplayer. I guess I can do some gameplay to match it. Let me go ahead and change the settings real quick on the broadcast, so that way it won't broadcast everybody in the lobbies. I'll have to reset this later for when I do have somebody else on, but not right now at the moment. No party audio. We'll use my audio now. So let's do a public match. Let's see, what do I? Oh yeah, that's right. This was my entire thing. There we go. So let's go find a match, I guess, after I... Oh. I forgot we had contracts. I don't even think I have any COD... Oh, I do have those, but... You know what? Let's trade some crypto keys. Let's see what we get. Epic, rare, and 3 crypto keys. Oh, cool! I got monochrome. That actually fits the name very well. Let's not play search and destroy. Let's. And of course, I have it turned all the way down. Of course, I'll make sure to mute the lobby and everything else to... help with the workarounds, I guess. Alright, so let's go to options here and... Alright.
Ruin chaotic.
Oh wow. Down! Ah, I almost got lucky there. Are you serious? Oh man, I used to be so good at the multiplayer on this.
Spectre down.
Ah, down again. As long as I can keep a 1-0 KD, I think I'll be fine. By the way, this used to be a daytime map, wasn't it?
Friendly UAV inbound. Spectre killed.
Don't do it.
Spectre defeated. Friendly UAV inbound.
Oh, that's right, I don't have FMJ, so that's basically useless.
Friendly counter UAV inbound.
Go, 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 go! Down. Down. Move. He's coming in from behind. Dang it, I'm trying to get kills here. Follow.
Friendly UAV inbound.
Look at that 7-4. That KD ratio, boys. Got my assist, move down, watch. Whoa! No, 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 no! Oh! I got downed, boys. I'm gonna hip fire you to death. Oh. Okay, I got. Okay, I'm gonna try to actually take this seriously now, guys.
UAV inbound.
Alright, let's see here. Oh, what, dude? Dude? Oh, come on. I need to, oh no, don't start lagging me here. Oh no, my clan's probably gonna be mad at me now just because I screwed up such an essential part of our name. The reason why we're so good at what we do is because we are snipers without snipers. Take him down.
That's a kill.
Clear.
Friendly UAV inbound. UAV inbound. Friendly counter UAV inbound. The world is watching. Show them the win. Friendly counter UAV inbound. Confirming kill. Outrider neutral.
Down, down. Move, move, move. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, no. Don't lose. Don't lose. Go, get out. Where'd my... There it is. Oh no! Get away, get away, get away, get away.
Confirming kill.
Care package on standby.
Frag! Move, move!
Dang it!
Request resupply on my grid.
Yeah! Look at that.
Only strength. Only victory.
There we go. Alright, there we go. Great job, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching. I will cut this out in about 1 moment. This is fine. This is where I'd really click it off, and hopefully maybe if I do get any ads, maybe I might make a little bit of money off of it.